All right, let's look at these set of problems now that you have. Question 2 is an accounts receivable problem, and I start out with the equation at the top. This is the basic equation for accounts receivable equals days sales outstanding, DSO, times average daily sales. The particular problem does not give us average daily sales, but it does give us days accounts receivable and wants us to find the days sales outstanding. So we simply rearrange that basic equation. As you can see, we rearrange it to make DSO, days sales outstanding, the subject, which then becomes equal to accounts receivable over average daily sales. We know accounts receivable, we were given that, $312,000. We don't know average daily sales, but we can find it because we have the annual sales and we have how many days in the year. The question gives us that. So we simply divide the annual sales, $2,880,000, by the days in the year, 360, and we get average daily sales of 8,000, and we just fit them back into the equation, and we get days sales outstanding of 39 days. Sometimes days sales outstanding is called average collection period. Same thing. How much money is out there? In this case, 39 days worth of sales. The second part of the problem, of course, asks us if it is true then. Since the firm sells on 310 net 40, do all customers pay on time? 310 net 40 simply means that all customers get 40 days to pay. But the firm offers an incentive. If you pay in 10 days or less, you get 3% off of your bill. This, of course, is to allow the firm to collect a little earlier. So some customers will find that 3% attractive and will pay in 10 days or less to collect the 3%. Others won't find it attractive and will wait the full 40 days before paying. So it does not mean that even though the days sales outstanding is 39, that all customers pay on time. No. Some pay early, some pay late, but those who pay early are sufficient to bring it down a little bit below the 40. End of story. We move on to another problem, which is problem number 5. ABC. It's problem 3, Zocco Corporation. And you would have read the question, but you need to read it or this won't make sense to you. What is the length of the firm's cash conversion cycle? The cash conversion cycle is that period of time which elapses between the time the firm pays out money, i.e. it pays its supplier, and the time it collects money. That's the cash conversion cycle, the period of time between when it pays out first and when it collects. So I've set up a little drawing there, which you can see, and putting in the numbers that the problem has given us, it tells us that the payables deferral period is 30 days. That is, it can defer payments. That is the time the customer gives you to pay, 30 days. But it takes the firm 75 days to convert the inventory into saleable products. I have it here as inventory conversion period, ICP. So by 75 days, the firm has a product it can sell, but it would have already had to pay its supplier after 30 days. So these 45 days, it's on its own. And in addition, it gives its customers an additional 38 days. So it would be responsible. Its cash conversion cycle then would be the time between when it first pays out on day 30, it pays the supplier, to the time it collects, which it is 113 days. You take the difference from them, bam, 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 You get 83 days. So in the second part of the problem, we are given annual sales. We just found out some things, but we are given annual sales and we are asked, what is the firm's accounts receivable? Again, the very simple equation comes up. Accounts receivable equal days sales outstanding times average daily sales. We know already receivables collection period is the days sales outstanding, how long it takes to collect the money. And in this problem, it had a saleable product on day 75, but it didn't collect until 38 days later. So that's the receivables collection period. Days sales outstanding, same thing. Average daily sales, we don't know it, but we do know the annual sales. And the question says we are to take a year as being 365 days. So again, we simply divide the annual sales by the number of days in the year, and we get the average daily sales. So now we have both days sales outstanding, 38, and average daily sales, 9375. Ping! Accounts receivable, that times that equals 356,000. So we're done with that. Then the question goes on and says, how many times per year does it turn over its inventory? The inventory turnover is really the time between how many times or how much time has elapsed between the time the firm takes in inventory and the time it completely sells it out to bring in another set. And we see our inventory conversion period here is 75 days. So it takes a firm 75 days to use up the inventory and order another set. So that's the number of times now to be found from the number of days in the year divided by how long it takes to restock. That's how many times per year it turns over its inventory. I'm going to end this video here and do another one for problem number 5. Bye.